Everyone. Welcome to the next video. This video will cover topic on variation. We'll take examples of direct and inverse variation. We'll understand how to solve questions, very basic ones. And then we'll also understand how to apply it to different topics like work and time, speed, distance, and a couple of examples with each. So the first thing which I need to understand over here is what is variation and what do I mean by direct variation. So first of all, direct variation is written this way. A varies as B. When I say only A varies as B, I automatically mean A varies directly as B. Okay, when I say A varies as B, I automatically mean A varies directly as B. Now, what does direct variation mean? That means if A increases, then B will also increase. And if A decreases, then B will also decrease. Simple. That's a simple rule you have to apply. So if A varies as B, then I can say the A1 upon A2 will be equal to B1 upon B2. That's one thing which I want you to know. And I also want you to know that if A varies as B, then A can be taken as K into B. So for every type of question, I'll show you two approaches initially just to understand what can you use with which questions then later. Okay, same way. So let's take an example over here. If 10 women can make 100 bags in a day, so there are 10 women who can make 100 bags in a day. How many bags will 18 women make? First thing which you should know in this is the question direct variation or inverse? That you have to ask yourself in the mind. That means if 10 women are making bags, they are making 100 bags. So if I have more women making the bags, will they make more bags or will they make less bags? They will obviously make more bags. So I know it is direct variation. And one more thing which you can understand in direct variation, when you reach this step, you can cross multiply. So if I call this as x, so you can say 10 multiplied by x is equal to 100 multiplied by 18. I can cut the 0 out. So I'll get x is equal to 180. Obviously, this was a very simple example. Also understanding with the logic of W1 upon W2 is equal to B1 upon B2. So I'll get 10 upon 18 is equal to 100 upon B2. And then if you solve, you will still get B2 is equal to 180. So 18 women will make 180 bags, right? Let's understand that to the next part, inverse variation. What is inverse variation? When I write it this way, I mean A varies as 1 upon B. This is read as A varies inversely as B. Exactly ulta ho raha hai. That means if A increases, then B will have to come down. And if A decreases, B will have to go up, right? So how do you solve it mathematically? You can write it as two ways. You can write it as A is equal to K upon B. So whenever you want to convert the inverse, the variation sign to equal to sign, you have to put a equal to, you have to put a K upon B. And you can continue this as A1 upon A2 is equal to B2 upon B1. Okay, A1 upon A2 is equal to B2 upon B1. That is what we have to remember. Let's take an example. What is the time? The time taken by to complete a job by 10 men is 100 days. That means 10 men can complete some work. I don't know how much work is there, but they take 100 days to do this job. In how many days will 20 men take to do the job? So first thing which I need to understand, is it direct, it is inverse. So if 10 people are working, say you have a project going on in office, if 10 people are working, you will take 100 days to do the job. But if your team is now 20, you should take less days to do the work, right? And here you never cross multiply. You always straight multiply. So one method will be 10 into 100 is equal to 20 into x. So x will become 0 will cut out. 100 divided by 2 will become 50. So x will become 50. The other way to do it would be m1 upon m2 will be equal to d2 upon d1 in terms of days taken. So initially there were 10 men and 20 days, 20 men second time. Second time, I don't know how many days. First time, I know there were 100 days. And therefore, I'll get D2 is equal to 10 into 100 divided by 20, which will again become 50 days. So that is inverse variation, where if the number of men have increased, the time taken to do the same work has gone down, right? Let's now directly go to examples only and how variation is handled. So different examples will teach you different things. The area illuminated by a bulb is directly proportional to its wattage. So the area, suppose I have a bulb and it can illuminate some area. That area is directly proportional to wattage as well as its length. Now, how do you handle two things? It is proportional to wattage and length. So, and which means you multiply the length. So you say area is directly proportional to wattage into length. And if I want to convert this to a ratio, I'll get A1 upon A2 is W1 upon W2 into L1 upon L2, right? A bulb 0.05 meter long, that means L1 is 0.05 meters, having a wattage of 30 watts. W1 is 30 watts, can illuminate 243 square meter area. So A1 is 243. What is the length? That means I want to find L2 of a 40 watt bulb. What is 40? Which can illuminate 405 square meters. So area 2 is 405. Just put it down over here. So what will we get? 243 divided by 405 is W1. 30 upon 40, W1 upon W2. L1 is 0.05. Okay, upon L2 we don't know. What is the length? They haven't asked length in any particular unit. And this is examples to understand. So maybe I'll just show you in both the units. Okay, I think this will start going with 9. 9 2s are 18, 63, 9 7s are 9 4s are 36, 4 5. It will again go in 9, 9 3s are 9 5s are. Here 0 0 will cut. So let's see where we have reached. And you can remove the decimals over here if you want. You can put 100 over here. So that can also cut 5 1s are 5 20s are. So let's see whatever we got. We've got 3 upon 5 is equal to 3 upon 4 multiplied by 1 upon 20 L2. Okay. We'll bring the 3 upon 5 on the other side, become 5 upon 3 and take 20 L2 on top. So 20 L2 will become 3 upon 4 multiplied by 5 upon 3. 3 3 cut. Bring the 20 down. So this will become 1 upon 20. 5 1s are 5 4s are. So L2 is 1 upon 16. And this will be in the same unit, meters only. L2 will become 1 upon 16 meters. So if they had asked in centimeters, you could have taken 100 divided by 16. 100 divided by 16 would become, I think, what, 6.25? 100 divided by 16. 4 4s are 425s are 6.25 centimeters. So depending on how they've asked the answer, how the options are given, you can mark 1 upon 16 or 0.0625 meters or 6.25 centimeters. Interesting question. I would suggest you just go through, pause this video, try it one more time and go through again on your own. Let's take the next question. This is a very typical variation question, has been asked in CAT and a lot of other exams many times. Need to understand it very carefully, pay attention carefully. And here you will see the usage of the K method. The price of a pearl necklace varies as the square of the number of pearls it contains. So price varies as square of the number of pearls. So P varies as n square. However, Dhanabai Jewelers divided the pearls in the ratio 1, 2, 3, 4 and thereby formed 4 different necklaces. So initially he had a necklace with so many pearls. Say 1 ratio, 2 ratio, 3 ratio, 4 is now. So if I say, let's assume the original necklace had 10 pearls. The original necklace had 10 pearls. That is 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10. And now all the 4 new necklaces has 1, 2, 3 and 4 pearls, and they have formed 4 different necklaces. This resulted in a loss of rupees 2,10,000 for the jewelers. How much was the original necklace priced at? Now, such questions, when there are nearly a lot of terms, should always be done by K method. So what do I know? Now see, there's the loss. That means let's first find each part. What is the price of the original necklace? P will be equal to K into N square. If I take N as 10, so I'll get P is equal to 10 square is 100, 100K. What will P1 come? P1 will be 1 into K, K into 1 square. K into 1 square will be 1K. P2 will be 2 square into K, that will become 4K. P3 will become 9K and P4 will become 16K. That means after breaking up the necklace, all the 4 pieces together cost how much? 10, 10 plus 20, 30K. Original cost was 100K. So originally the necklace was 100K, but because he broke it up into 4 parts, it is now costing only 30K. And because this difference becomes his loss, which is given as 2,10,000, right? So 70K becomes 2,10,000. I can convert 0, 0. 7 ones are 7 threes are. So K becomes 3,000. What have they asked for? Read it very carefully. They've asked for the original price of the necklace. Original price was 100K. K is 3,000. So that means the original price will be 3,000 multiplied by 100, which will be 3 lakh rupees. Right? Again, a very important question. I would suggest go through it really carefully. You will definitely see some questions like this later. Let's have a look at the next question. Here we're going to learn how to apply variation to time speed distance. Here they've told us walking at 3/4 of his normal speed. Rahul is 2 hours late to office. That means whatever speed he used to normally walk with, today he's walking with 3/4 of his speed, because of which he takes 2 hours extra. That means 3/4 is less than regular. So speed is coming down and he's taking more time. He's late means he's taking more time, so time is going up. So can I say speed and time are inversely proportional? So I'll get speed 1 upon speed 2 is T2 upon T1. Let's understand this. Let's assume his regular speed, normal speed which he goes, is S1. On a particular day, he's traveling at 3/4 of his normal speed. So this becomes 3/4 S1, S1, S1 cut. Today, he takes 2 hours more. Okay, so T2 is more than T1 by 2 hours. So if I take T1 as T, so this is T plus 2 upon T. 3 upon 4, if I take up, it will become 4 upon 3. So 4 upon 3 is equal to T plus 2 upon T. Cross multiply this, we'll get 4T is equal to 3T plus 6. And we'll get T is equal to 6. So the regular time for him to reach office is 6 hours. Now this is the way you do a question, apply variation to time speed distance. Let's have a look at the last question of this type. The value of a gold coin is directly proportional to the cube of its radius when the thickness is constant and to the thickness when the radius is constant. So in short, the value is directly proportional to cube of the radius and the thickness. Both of them directly only, none of them inverse. So according to the formula, I can write V1 upon V2 is R1 upon R2 the whole cube, or cube separate for both of them, into T1 upon T2. Let's solve this. If the value of the first coin is 4 times the value of the second, so this value is 4 times of this coin. That means this ratio will become 4 upon 1. That means if second coin is 1, first coin is 4. And their thickness are in the ratio 1:2. We want to find the ratio of their radius. So we don't know the ratio of their radius. Thickness is in the ratio 1:2. So if I take the 2 on top and 1 down, what will I get? 4 2s are 8. 8 upon 1 is R1 upon R to the whole cube. If I take cube roots on both sides, 8 ka cube root is 2, 1 ka cube root is 1, is R1 upon R2. And therefore, I will get ratio of the radiuses is 2:1. With that, we come to the end of this video. I hope you go through all the questions really well and understand them well. Thank you for watching.